Now, everybody's familiar with social networking sites, and we've touched on them in various capacities already in Always Be Shipping. So I won't spend too much time talking about how you can use them for building links and for distributing your content. Consider this a quick recap, and there are going to be some new bits also that I'm going to throw in for you as well. So let's look at it as the fast and the furious of social networking and content distribution. So Facebook. You should have a Facebook fan page to connect with your audience via Facebook. Now, most people are on Facebook, so you are willfully ignoring a common and strategically important piece if you're choosing not to use Facebook fan pages. You don't have to like Facebook. You don't have to be into using Facebook every day on your personal profile, but for your business side of things, you do need a Facebook fan page. Now, having a personal profile that you are attempting to use as a fan page is no good. For starters, it's actually against Facebook terms of service, and there's no sense in taking the time to build a big fan base to that profile if or when Facebook eventually deletes it. So you've got to use a fan page. Now, if you have created a profile that you are attempting to use as a fan page, you can go to the URL that you'll find below this video, and it will help you migrate your profile into a page. You will lose data in this process, like your wall posts, but things like your images and your friends, who will then become your fans, will move with you, and that's the most important part, is that the people come with you. You can add, nobody goes back anyway, for a lot of time and looks at your previous wall posts, or maybe one or two people do, but the majority of people just look at what's recent. So although you will lose that stuff, it is absolutely worth it in the long run to go through this migration process. Please, please, please do this if you're using a profile instead of a fan page for your business side of things. And don't get this confused. I have a personal profile that's for personal purposes, and then I have a fan page that's for my business. It's okay to have a profile for your personal use, but for your business side of things, you need a fan page. Profiles used as business, aside from being against the terms of service, don't have the same kind of virility as fan pages do. So you're doing yourself a favor by going through this conversion process, if only so that your page can grow fans faster and more virally in the future. So please take that step. Now, once you've got your fan page, you've got to add content to it. That's part of your content distribution plan. Another benefit of fan pages is that they are visible to and indexable by the search engines. So it only makes sense when you are, it only makes sense when you create new content to post a link to it on your Facebook fan page so that your fans can enjoy it, of course, and so that you get the benefit of a link from your fan page to your content. Plus, with Google's new eye towards social sharing as a ranking factor, having your link on a fan page will be noticed, and it will be a positive signal in that direction towards social sharing being a ranking signal. So keep in mind that you need to be doing these kinds of posts when you update your status, photos, whatever on your fan page wall. You need to be doing these by hand, as posts that you send via Hootsuite or another social networking dashboard type of product do not get broadcast as much as posts that you put in here by hand. That's how I do it. It's how Ed does it, and we've tested it time and time again. So do make these posts by hand. As part of Always Be Shipping's Module 1, when we talked about curation, we also talked about using your Facebook fan page to send your tweets directly to Twitter. If you haven't implemented that process, it's time to do so. So go and look back at that video if you haven't yet. So that brings us then to Twitter, which is a fantastic medium for distributing content. It was once, back in the day, a lot more conversational, but now it's more of a broadcast medium. That being said, people are still actively engaging with content on Twitter, even if they're not actually conversing as much as they once did. And of course, again, social sharing matters now in your search engine ranking, so continuing to or beginning to share your content on Twitter is really a no-brainer. Now, since you're already adding your blog posts to Facebook, and you learned in Module 1 how to make your Facebook page automatically post to Twitter for you, We don't have to worry about how we're going to get our new content that we've posted on our site through to Twitter, because it's already being done. It's already there from your Facebook fan page. Now, we also talked about in Module 1 how to use Twitter to curate content that you found elsewhere, and how to use the Buffer app browser extension to sort of auto-schedule your tweets for you. Beyond that, you'll still want to check in with Twitter each day, even briefly, so that you can reply to folks who may have contacted you, and so that you can touch base with the people that you're following with other folks who are active in your marketplace, and just kind of poke your head up there and continue to be a presence in your marketplace. Nothing works when it's just you yelling about yourself all the time, so don't be that guy. Ask questions, reach out to other people, participate. And of course, when it comes to video content or content that you've repurposed for video, nothing beats YouTube. Now, we talked quite a bit about YouTube in Module 4 as part of repurposing content. Now, here is a video that I put up on YouTube. I've got it here. Don't forget to put your URL in the video description area. You can see at the bottom of this video, I've got my URL. People are lazy, and they won't necessarily take the time to figure out what your URL is. Even if you tell it to them in the video, they won't necessarily take the time to type it into their browser. So make it easy on them. Include your URL in that video description area so that it's clickable, and then they can just click through and go. And again, you're going to get that search engine benefit of a link. You're going to get the social sharing benefit as well when you do that. So use YouTube to distribute your content and for links. Now, on to some of the other social networks that may or may not be a fit for you. You can absolutely generate traffic by participating in Flickr if you're in a visual marketplace and you're creating your own visual content. And that could be photos or screenshots or something else. But if you are in a niche like that and you are creating visual content that's your own, do start using Flickr. And in Flickr, you can also add URLs in your profile and oftentimes below in the description for each photo that you put up as well. So take advantage of that. Now, LinkedIn isn't one of my personal favorites. In the internet marketing industry, I just seem to attract a lot of people who'd like to sell me things. So it hasn't been a huge boon for my business in the internet marketing industry. But in niches that are business to business, or in niches where a lot of the professionals in the industry have LinkedIn profiles, it's a good place to participate. So it may be a match for you, and that's dependent on your niche. However, it is a site that you absolutely should maintain a profile on. But whether you participate and check in regularly and join the conversation and all that kind of stuff is more dependent on your niche and if it's a match for that LinkedIn crowd. But LinkedIn does have a WordPress app, and it's a nice way to distribute your content further. So what it will do is take the most recent posts from your WordPress blog, and then it'll add a summary of them to your LinkedIn profile page. And you can see that app here on the LinkedIn applications page. Now, once you get the app configured to hook into your WordPress blog, it'll show up on your LinkedIn profile page, and it'll look something like this. So you get a link from your LinkedIn profile for search engine benefit. You also get that social sharing benefit of your content being visible on a social networking type of site. LinkedIn also has a Twitter app, and the Twitter app will display your tweets on your profile page, and I recommend that you add that as well so that your tweets get some more traction on another site out there. Now, those are the major social networking platforms that are hot right now. And of course, there are more social networks out there, but there's a point where you're spending too much time on social networking sites and really not enough time shipping content. So I want you to spend time on the sites that will give you the most return on your time investment, which is why we've only mentioned a few. But one more that I'll mention is Tumblr. Tumblr's been gaining a lot of traction lately, and it's actually surpassed WordPress.com in the number of blogs that are running on its hosted platform. They've been really, really adept at integrating social sharing features into Tumblr blogs, and I think that that's what's led to their enormous growth. So having a Tumblr blog would be an additional site outside of your main site. So before you go this route, you really have to think long and hard if you have enough content to support 2 locations. And if you want to take the time to support 2 locations, having your main site and then a Tumblr site, it might be worthwhile and it might not. It depends on you and the kind of content that you're producing and your niche, how much you have to say about stuff. And if you go and you look at Tumblr, you'll kind of get a feel for what types of sites and what types of content do best on it. Don't overextend yourself. This isn't a must-have, but it is really gaining traction lately. So I wanted to throw it out there in case it was a match for you in your niche. Now, finally, there may be a forum or some other kind of social hub where people meet specifically for information about your niche. And of course, you should consider those sites when putting together your content distribution plan. Check the rules and etiquette of the sites though too before you put your links out there, because you don't want to step on any toes. Now, by maintaining a presence and distributing your content on these main social networking sites that we've talked about in this video, you'll have the capacity to reach a vast majority of English-speaking internet users. That's huge. They certainly can't find you if you're not there, if you're not on these sites. So get on these sites and start using the processes that I've talked about in this video to get your content distributed out to them.